Good morning, everyone. Okay, so strangely enough, like it usually happens, I had two questions yesterday, both to deal with overtime and who needs to be paid overtime. Most industries, and there is a list of exceptions to that. And if you want to get any of this information, I just strongly suggest you Google overtime Alberta. Okay, yeah, that's what I Googled this morning, and to get all of this detailed information, and it was the first or second website that popped up. So good information, clear, concise, all that good stuff. So anyways, for most employees, you have to pay overtime after 8 hours or 44 hours a week. Okay, so if they work 9 hours in one day, regardless of how much they work the rest of the week, they still get 1 hour of overtime. Okay, it's the greater of for the employee. You can have overtime agreements in place where the employees instead bank their overtime. So every hour that they work overtime, instead of being paid for that, they get 1 hour of time off, okay? Paid time off. Now, both of the people I talked to were talking about that they remember signing an overtime agreement saying that they didn't get paid overtime because the hours of the business was sporadic and all that other kind of stuff. That's illegal, okay? They can't do that. You cannot have an employment agreement that breaks or degrades the Alberta labor standards, okay, or whatever province that you were in, okay? So all these rules I'm talking about are for Alberta. The exception to that is that you can pay overtime on less than 8 hours a day. Not sure who would do that, but I don't know, maybe that's a thing. The other general exception is for managers. Managers do not get paid overtime. These people are usually salaried employees, and they're expected to do their job however long it takes. They're employed in some sort of confidential or authoritative role. They do not require to be paid overtime. Okay? You can still pay them overtime if you want to, but you're not required to. In other industries, such as accountants and lawyers, we also don't have to pay overtime, although I do. And there's many other industries, but just go look it up, really. So 8 hours a day, 44 hours a week. Salaried employees are still paid overtime if they're not managers, okay? And that is based on their salary. The calculation for what their hourly rate is for that overtime is based on their salary. Commissioned employees that do not have a salary or a wage, they're strictly commission, their overtime rate is based on the minimum wage. Okay, so whatever their minimum wage is. Okay, I hope that helps. I hope that clears some of the confusion, and I hope that if your employer asks you to sign an employment agreement stating that you will work longer hours for no overtime, that you just make sure to let them know that they can't do that. Okay, that is against Alberta labor standards. So, and that's the part of taking care of yourself, and of course, take care of your family, take care of your friends, and be well.